Hello, welcome, gorgeous beings of light. This is Elmara coming to you with our second miracle in our 100 miracles in 100 days. Take a big breath in for me, big belly breath, and breathe out through your mouth, letting go of everything that's outside this present moment. Breathing in again. And breathing out. Breathing in again. And breathing out. And as you feel yourself centering and going within, when you're ready, take a big breath in and just take your awareness up to the sun and breathe out and connect your energy field to the sun above you. This is very powerful to do if you're standing barefoot on Mother Earth. But you can also be imagining that you're standing barefoot on Earth if it's snowing outside and you can't even see the sun, and you will still connect to the sun because it's awake, but the sun is out somewhere on planet Earth, and you live here on planet Earth. So just make it your intention to take your attention to the sun in one breath and breathe out and connect into the sun. And then breathing in and drawing all of that gorgeous sunlight down through your crown, and breathe it out into every cell of your being, lighting up your 100 trillion cells and your 100 trillion telomeres, and take the last 5% of that energy through the lotus chakra on your feet, down through all the layers of Mother Earth, activating your root system down into the core of Mother Earth, and tie that last 5% of that energy around Earth. And then breathing in, bringing all of that Earth energy back up with all the minerals and nutrients, and breathe that out into your body. And take the last 5% of that energy back to the sun. And this time bringing awareness into your chest, into your heart. Big breath into your heart, your physical heart and your heart chakra, and breathe out, opening up the magnetic field around your heart. And feeling the peace within. So as mentioned yesterday, we're combining the effortless manifesting and awakening activation with the 100 miracles in 100 days. So just take a moment now to just see if you can sense the awareness in your body without having to do anything. Now, if you practice it for the last, whatever that is, 3, 4, 5 days we've been doing this, you'll probably just be able to feel your awareness. But if not, you may have to do the body out the window, identity out the window, feelings and emotions out the window. Just breathe in and shoot them out the window. And then your conscious mind, your unconscious mind, your subconscious mind, your thoughts and your brain. Breathe into them and toss them out the window. If you don't know what that means, then please go back and listen to the first video in this series, and it'll explain it all. And that's the Quickie activation, awareness activation. There is a full activation of your awareness once you've done it once. I've had tons of feedback from people that they can feel the shift in their being instantly. They can feel all the pain and bits and pieces in their body just draining away while they're activating their own awareness. And they're beginning to see some synchronicities and cool stuff show up. Now, before we get to our miracle today, somebody asked me why. Why are you doing 100 miracles in 100 days? Well, one, because I can. Two, because it's freaking awesome that when we're in alignment with source light, with the source being that we are, they're kind of called miracles, but they're really just part of your everyday life when you are connected to the infinite source part of who you are, when you're connected to the 99% untapped pure potential, pure God source, pure God Goddess source, whatever name you want to call that, it's part of who you are. But the other reason, if you read a post that I put on my page yesterday, on my Facebook page, from a guy called Lucas Prince, oh my God, such a brilliantly written article. But as he says, that miracle magic consciousness is now awake on earth. It's on, for a lot of people, it's on the outer fringe. My reason for doing 100 miracles in 100 days is to see if we can't bring more of that magic and miracles into earth, help more people wake up to the magnificence of who they are, and especially you, help you wake up to the magnificence of who you truly are. Sorry, my big pussycat's having a yell. And just breathe. As you breathe in and connect to this awesomeness, and it's not outside of you, it's not on another planet, it is inside of you. That 99% untapped pure potential is where you are connected to everything. All these people preaching about you being beamed up to another planet do not know what they're talking about. The ascension that is taking place is happening within you. Should have been called an inscension, not an ascension. Because I think that's what's confused a few people. And a few people said, oh, it's about this when they didn't know, and then everybody jumped onto that bandwagon. I've been working with the fifth dimension since 1997, and it took them 2 years to show me how to connect to the fifth dimension in 1997. And I can assure you, I've been working with it ever since, got hundreds of miracles to share with you. Hopefully at the end of the 100 miracles, in 100 days, you will know that this is what exists within you. You will have activated it within you, and that's why. So just take a big breath in. Again, if you've not listened to the whole series, the first one is a big one. The others are just a couple of shorts, quickie activations, as I call them, to get you in. What we're really hoping to do is just activate the awareness by just shifting your focus into it without even having to toss things out the window or in another room. So just breathe into your awareness. If you breathe out through your mouth, you'll be releasing anything that's outside this moment. But once you can feel that steadiness and that peace within, you can just breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, and you'll feel more peace and calm come over your body. And we are going to continue on from the miracle, the first miracle we shared yesterday about the woman with the heart attack. And probably add another one in about Jeffrey with a J at the end of it. So when the lady got back, in the interim between her coming back to work, 5 weeks after she went to hospital, 2 more things happened. And I can't remember now if I'd just done Reiki 1 or I was about to do it. That bit I can't remember. I do remember that I got into crystals, so I was really big on crystals. I've still got some of those huge crystals that I bought back then. But a friend of mine his family and my family were friends. He was a chiropractor. He came to visit. His testimonial is on my website as well. He hobbled into my place. He came for dinner. He hobbled in. I said to him, "Oh, do you want me to have a look at that for you?" Because it's all kind of exciting to me then. And he was like, "What are you going to do?" I went, "Well, I'll just get you to sit there and put your hand on this amethyst crystal and this one on this rose quartz. And I'm just going to place my hands on your knee." And he was like, "You're not going to do any of that voodoo shit on me." And I'm like, "Listen, buddy, it wasn't so long ago you chiropractors were called snake medicine people. You should at least be curious about what it is that I'm going to do." So how could he say no after that? So he sits down, plonks his hand on each crystal. I put my hands on his knee, and they begin to shake uncontrollably. That's what used to happen to me back then. I would shake it, and it's because if that happens to you, it's because you've got such high energy coming through your body, and your body, you haven't raised the frequency of your body to be able to cope with the energy coming in. It doesn't happen now, although occasionally it does if it's a really big healing I'm doing. I don't do much healing anymore. I teach people how to heal themselves, So anyway, so I'm shaking uncontrollably, and when the shaking stops, it's done. Anyway, so we do that. We then have our dinner. He's leaving and he's running to the car, and he comes back and goes, "Oh, you bitch." And I was like, I'd never let anyone call me that now, but I said, "What have I done now?" And he goes, "I've had, you know, I'm a chiropractor and I study the human body for 10 years or whatever, and 15 years, and I've had chiropractic care and physiotherapy for 10 years, and nobody's been able to fix this. And it's just, it's just gone. All the pain is gone." And I said to him, "But didn't you, didn't you tell me you just hurt it at golf on Sunday?" He goes, "Yeah, no, it hurts when I play golf. I played golf on Sunday, and it then plays up after that." He said, "But I've had the problem for over 10 years. And I was like, "Oh, well, that's a cool thing, isn't it?" So that was one thing that happened in those 5 weeks. The next thing that happened was all of my friends are always taller than me because I'm 5 foot high, and another one of my beautiful, beautiful gay male friends he and I would go to the beach and take his dogs and eat ice cream. I still remember him so fondly, Tony Vaharan. I doubt you'll ever be listening to this, but if you are, darling, I still have such fond memories of you and your panel van and your dogs, and us going to the beach and eating ice cream. And he'd come over. His parents owned the deli just across the nearest deli to where we were, and he came in for a cuppa or whatever, and was telling him about what happened with my friend, the chiropractor, Stephen, and whose testimonials on the website. And he was like, "I don't believe in that stuff, Al," he says to me as he's leaving. And he's a big, tall guy as well, like 6'4" or something. And I just run my hand across his back and go, "Is it sore here? Is it sore here? Is it sore here? Is it sore here?" And I was just poking him where I felt the shift in energy. And he spun around and he stared at me and he goes, "How did you know that?" And I burst into tears and went, "I don't know." Because I didn't know what was happening. There was all this incredible stuff beginning to happen that I had no clue about why or whatever. And so, anyway, so that was Tony, and Tony left like with this shocked look on his face. And then this lady comes back to work, Pauline was her name, saying, "Oh, you stopped me dying of a massive heart attack. I'm eternally grateful to you." And so that began my long, long journey. And so some of this stuff, some of you that are kind of like just waking up or just getting to it or just really needing to connect into this magic miracles layer that's opened up for everybody, are going to start having some of this weird stuff happen. And I want you to know that it's normal. It's normal as you're waking up. This is how we all were before the churches, the government, the God knows who else tried to shut you down, before they burnt you at the stake for bloody 10 lifetimes in a row. So just breathe now for me. Breathe in. Feel that power within you waking up in those 100 trillion cells and your 100 trillion telomeres. And take moments throughout your day to connect into this awareness. We are supposed to be joyful, happy, abundant beings. You often hear me say you're an infinite, eternal, rich, abundant, gorgeous, sexy, radiant, powerful, beyond measure being of light. That's who you are. That's who you were born to be before they started dumping shit on you the day after, or the day that you were born, basically. Dialing down your creativity. What about all the people who had special friends and you were told you were crazy, that they don't exist, you can't see anything? You knew there was something there until eventually you think, no, there's nobody there. I'm making it up. But then they ask you to believe in a blooming, made up story about Santa Claus, which is even more funny. But anyway, just breathe in now for me. So you can find out 40 years of testimonials on my website at www.elmaraseraphim.com. You only have permission to listen to these recordings or these activations if you have read, fully understood and agreed with the terms and conditions on our website, down the bottom of our website at www.elmaraseraphim.com. If you wish to send me a donation, that's fine, but it's not necessary, but all donations are gratefully received. And if any of you are interested in becoming a powerful, certified fifth dimensional healer in 2022, we have only 10 to 20 spots available. And if some of you are even furthermore interested in going on and becoming a teacher of the fifth dimensional process, it'll just be the first 8 weeks of the course that you'll be trained in, then you can also contact me through the contact page on my website and tell me why you would like to work with me. I've already been told that 10 to 20 people are coming, so I'm not worrying about how they get here. You will just know because you'll read this and it'll resonate. But I could probably say that you're probably fairly advanced spiritual person, or you're someone who's got everything. Got all the houses, got all the cars, got all the money, but there's still this big hole in your life. There is still something missing. This would probably be the right next step for you. Okay. So, let's take some big breath in. Bring your awareness back into your awareness. And see if you can sense or feel that magic. The miracles of magic level or level of consciousness that has woken up. Just take this moment to think about something you really want. How can I manifest $10,000 before Christmas? How can I manifest $18,000 before Christmas? How can I manifest $100,000 before Christmas? How can I manifest more peace and love and joy in my life? Breathing in. And you're just going past all the stuff, all the stories about your body, about who you are, about all your feelings and emotions and all your thoughts. That's why you're tossing them out the window. And you're just left with a pure essence, your pure source light of who you truly are. We want you to breathe that in.